Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new here. Today's video, I figured I would kind of show you what I do for daily maintenance in regards to my DTF printer. And I've had it over a little over a month now, and so I figured I would just share my thoughts on it so far, and I'm still loving it. It was a learning curve for sure. And then I have had a few ups and downs with it, where I had to get in contact with customer service and tech support, but their tech support has been amazing. It really has. I get on there and I generally, the first night, it took a couple hours to figure it out because he was just going through the steps of troubleshooting everything. And it turned out a cord on the inside was disconnected, and that was the issue for the first night. And then there was an issue with the ink second night, but that one I got on with tech support and I think I was done within 30 minutes. Figured it out. And it's worked great. And then there was another time I had to get on with tech support to clear my waste ink. And that took less than 10 minutes. I hopped on with chat. They gave me instructions on how they could drop into my computer. They installed the file they needed to use to clear the waste ink, and then we were done. They won't let me keep the file to delete the waste ink for some reason, something with licensing, I'm not sure. So anytime the waste ink needs to be reset, I will unfortunately have to get on with tech support, but at least I know it's not a hard process. And these prints come out pretty amazing. I mean, this is something I printed for my husband that he wanted for Warhammer. Not something I'm selling, obviously, because it is copyrighted, but just something I made for him. But yeah, I mean, this is what the prints look like when they come out, and this is what they look like when they're done. This is the like adhesive glue. And let's see, let me reach over here. I'll grab all the shirts I've done so far. This one for like teacher appreciation. This one is listed in both my Etsy store and on my website, which I will have both listed in the comments in case you're interested. Then I have this one. It's kind of hard to read it on the purple, but it does say Mama Bear. So the purple for this design at least is not ideal, but it still turned out super cute. It's just harder to read what it says. And then this is one of my favorites. I made myself one of these. I love it. This one is also up for sale. The Mama Bear one is not yet, just because I haven't done product photos of it yet. But I also printed the Mama Bear one on pink, and it turned out amazing. So much better than the purple. And then I have this one. It's kind of like vintage flowery heart for nurses. So if you know a nurse in your life, or if you are a nurse and are interested, this is also listed on my site. And I do make all of these made to order, so it might be a week or two before I'm able to ship it. It all depends on if I have the shirt size in stock, shirt size and color in stock. So far I'm only keeping very minimal numbers of shirts on hand, but the site that I ordered my shirts from, they seem to ship pretty fast. The first day it was overnight, and then the second order I placed, it was like 2 days later. So I mean, really not terrible at all. And this is another one of my favorites. I'm missing some of them, but Grumpy Kitty, I love it. So this one is also not yet on my website or Etsy. I just need to get product photos of it and get it listed. I need to get my button gear and do stuff like that. I had some others, but I guess I don't know where they are right now. I have one that says, oh, I know why I don't have them here, because I have them in my closet. One of them says, what is it? Hang on. Let me pull it up on my computer. Reading, coffee, and cozy vibes is what it says. And then the other one is just like a rose and a candelabra and a pen that's got a candle on the top, and then a stack of books with candles that just says just go away. I need to make more of those just to have on hand, but that's what I've got so far. But I don't have them to show you because they're in my closet at the moment. Although, let's see if I can pull up the pictures and show you on my phone. Maybe, if you can see them that well. This is my first time filming on my new camera that my husband got me. So, okay. Here's a picture of the mama bear on pink. And any of these shirts that are listed on my website or Etsy, you can request in any color that you would like. And I'll just custom order the shirt for your request. You'll just have to let me know when you place the order. Oh yeah, I also made a tote bag that says coffee, scrubs, and rubber gloves. I did sell this the other night, so I don't have one on hand, but next time I place a shirt order, I'm gonna get a couple more tote bags to have on hand. And then I have one made for teachers, which again on this, I just need to get product photos and get it listed. I really need to get my button gear, guys. Here's the reading, coffee, and cozy vibes on pink. The one I have for myself is on gray. I'm not a pink girly. I don't love the color pink. I don't hate the color pink. I would much rather things be purple if I had a choice. So that's that one. And then the other one, the one that just says just go away, it's right here. So super cute, and I love it. And these transfers like iron on super nice to the shirts. I love it. I mean, they've got a little bit of a plasticky feel to them, but I can crinkle it and it's not going to crack. It's not going to lift. It is recommended that you wash them inside out, and that is what I have done. And they've gone through the dryer multiple times, and they're holding up really well. So I'm impressed, and I love it. And it is so much fun to make t-shirt designs. And I don't know what other designs I'm going to make, but if you have ideas that you want to see me make, go ahead and leave me a comment in the comments below, and I'll see what I can do. I would be more than happy to take custom orders and make you shirts, whatever color shirt, design. So yeah, if you have requests, leave them down in the comment section below. I will have links to my Etsy store, my website, my Facebook group, my Instagram, my TikTok, all of that down below in the description box. If you want to check any of that out, feel free. But yeah, let's just jump into maintenance. The thing I do daily maintenance, I take a syringe and I open the door and I just pull some ink from the waste ink tube, and then I run a printhead cleaning, and then I run a test strip. And as long as the test strip looks good, I will either print something or run a purge sheet, just to get the ink all colors flowing. And I have not had any issues with clogs yet doing this every day. And then once a week, which I did not do last week, I take these little cleaning sticks here. It's just like foamy on the top, and I have this cleaner. I just got it from Amazon. Let's see, is it gonna focus? Here we go. This cleaner that I got from Amazon. It's just by Sendale, DTF and DTG printhead cleaning kit. When I do this next, I will take you guys along and show you how I do it. And this is just what has worked for me. And I have not had any issues with printhead clogs or anything. Fingers crossed. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. But we'll see. And I'll flip you around and show you the printer, and we'll get it all cleaned up. And I am going to print something tonight just to walk you guys through how I do it. I have a design loaded up on my computer. It's like a person, like a drawing of a face here up with a messy bun. And it says hashtag CMA life, which is certified medical assistant. For those of you who don't know me, which most of you don't, let's be honest. I am a medical assistant full-time at an internal medicine clinic. So it is very fitting for me, but I know there are a lot of medical assistants out there who might enjoy this shirt. So we're going to go ahead and make one. I think I'm going to print it on purple. Maybe not, because the lettering is black. Maybe I'll do pink. Just because I have a pink shirt. I have black, pink, purple, and gray right now. That's what I have on hand. And it would look good on any of them, really, I think. I just think my purple's a little too dark. Maybe if it was a lighter purple, it would work with the darker colors. But like I said, the purple still turned out cute. It's just harder to read what it says. So, I don't know. I'll decide what color shirt we're going to do when that time comes. But for now, let's get you turned around. Maybe. Okay. This is my printer. Yes, even though I said I'm not a pink girly, I did pick the pink one simply because it says Fluffy Panda on the top. Over here, there's a little plaque there that just says Fluffy Panda, and that is why I picked the pink one. The other option was gray, and it said Galaxy Panda, maybe, I think. But anyways, let's jump into it. The door that I open, it's actually right over here, trying to zoom you in. Oh, sorry. Okay. Forgive my poor filming skills. I am learning. So, this is the door that opens. All of my inks are in here. This is my waste ink container. This is the tube I draw from. And I forgot to grab paper towels, but I have some. This is just from my DTF printer. So, it's not like I'm using a dirty paper towel. But I just pull this tube out right here, attach the syringe, and yes, you will get ink on your fingers, and I just draw some. And I just draw it up until it starts flowing. Then this goes back into the lid here. There's little tiny holes. For some reason it doesn't always like to fit right back in. It just likes to be stubborn sometimes. So, and then this ink that I pull out, I simply just put it back in. That's waste ink. It doesn't go on prints or anything. Close up the door. And then we're gonna run a print head cleaning. So, you can probably see that the light came on, the screen came on, except I like it on that. So, nothing really fun to see while it does its print head cleaning, but it'll make all kinds of fun noises. Let's see. I'm gonna go turn on the oven so that we can cure our print that we are going to make. Because with DTF, you print it, you put special powder on the back, and then you cure it in an oven. And you don't want to use your oven that you cook with because it can cause, like, you don't want the chemicals or the fumes, I mean, from the ink to like contaminate your oven and then in turn contaminate your food. So you just want to make sure that you're using a specialized oven. I've even seen people who have like a Cricut Easy Press that flip it over and just lay the sheet on that to cure it, and seems to work. Just my manual here. I'm gonna open the case here because I'm gonna show you what it looks like when it prints. I am going to retract the paper a bit just because I don't want to waste my film. So, because the film is kind of expensive. So this is what we are looking like. It's done its cleaning. So now we're gonna just print a test strip. And it's also like, when I did this last night, I didn't cut the film. So my purge sheet from last night is still on here. So I'll show you guys that as well. We are looking pretty decent, not perfect, but I will usually take it. So this is what prints out with the test print. You can't really tell the lines on there, but it does have blue, magenta, black, yellow, white lines. This is the purge sheet that I will print if I'm not printing anything. But since we're printing something, again, I'm just gonna retract my paper just slightly and then come over to my computer and hit print. And it says it's sending to the printer. And here it goes. I won't stand here watching the whole thing print, but you can see where the picture is coming out. Oh, let's heat up our heat press too. And now you can kind of see where the white is printing on top of the image, and that is what allows us to press on different colors. So so DTF is very similar to sublimation, but sublimation you have to print on special sublimation paper, and there's no white ink with sublimation. So you can only print on certain materials and certain light colors. And on anything but white, it really just does not show up very well. But because we print with a white background, it allows you to print on multiple colors. And with DTF, you can print on just about any material. So yeah, that is this step. Once this prints out, I will show you what I do to powder it, and then we will put it in the oven to cure, and then we will press a shirt. So I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, so this is what the image looks like. This is the back side, and you don't want to touch it because it's not cured yet. But this is what the front looks like. I'll show you better once it's all cured. I'm just trying to let it sit for a minute before we put the transfer powder on. I was having an issue with some of my designs turning out a little bit like grainy, and I figured out that it's because the ink was too wet when I was putting the powder on it. So, and this powder is reusable, so a little bit does go a long way. And we just kind of, you just want to make sure the whole image gets coated. And this is what becomes the adhesive. And I know some people prefer to use gloves for this process. I don't know if that's necessary or not. Just use your best judgment. And I'm just shaking off any excess that I can get off so we don't have extra glue or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this to the oven. I'll show you the oven in another video. It's not in a very good spot for filming. So for now, I'm just gonna go cure it, and then I'll be back to show you, and we'll press it together. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pre-press my shirt, and then I did buy these little shirt placement guide things. So, adult. You really just want to pre-press it for like 10-20 seconds. Just to get any moisture out, any wrinkles out. Okay. So take our design. Just like so. Okay. So I'm just gonna press it for 45 seconds. And then this DTF film is cold transfer or cold peel, which means I need to let it cool down before I peel it. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is waiting for it to cool down, but it is worth it. You can buy cooling blocks and stuff. I have actually found that if I put it on that bin that I have my DTF powder in and run my hand over the top, it cools down pretty quick. So this is the HTV Ron Auto Heat Press. And because we are on the very edge here, I'm actually going to pull my shirt up just a little bit more. Make sure it's all flat. And we're going to do a second press, just to be sure that the entire design gets pressed down. But yeah, it's really that simple, and these prints have all come out amazing. And I've had my printer, like I said, a little over a month. I've had to top off the blue ink and the magenta ink. And then I did top off the black and yellow. I didn't need to. They weren't even half empty yet, but I was just like, I'm already doing this. And then I also had to top off the white ink. The white ink tank is the biggest in the machine, so it does take a full bottle. I think the bottles are 250 mLs. So it does take a full bottle to fill the white ink, but this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to get it to cool, and I'll bring it right back. Let's see here. Okay. I'll bring you over here as well. Ooh. Okay. Going for a ride, guys. Denver. Sorry, my dog's in the background. Okay, so like I said, I just kind of rub my hand over it, just like that, and it cools down pretty quick this way. And like I said, it's just on the bin that I have my DTF powder in. Once it is completely cool, this part is so satisfying. And it feels really, really soft at this point, but we are going to press it again. So, but yeah, it feels almost plasticky on top right now, like extra plasticky. So let's head back to the heat press here. Okay. Oh, I have this Teflon sheet down on the bottom because I pressed a tote bag that was too thin. It was 100% cotton and it was sublimation, so it didn't work. The design just went right through and it didn't even really take on the tote bag. So just as a precaution, so I don't transfer that to another design, I put this down. I need to see if I can replace just the mat, but I don't know. Okay, battery died. So I'm just gonna lay this on like that, make sure it's all flattened out. And then you can use parchment paper or Teflon sheet, whatever you have on hand, it's fine. We're just gonna press it again, just to really make sure that this gets pressed into the shirt and it's not gonna crack on us. I usually do 2 30-second presses at this stage, just because I don't want to do too much at once and crack cause the image to crack just by pressing it. I don't know if that's a thing or not, but I don't want to take any chances either. So I kind of just pull it out. And you can feel it gets like, it like meshes in with the fibers of the shirt almost. It feels like they feel really nice. So again, one more time. Just gonna do about 30 seconds. Hey, hey. Sorry about the dogs, guys. They are not being very respectful. This time I'm just gonna do 20 seconds because it's already pretty much really pressed in there. I'm just overkill a little bit to make sure the design stays really well. And there we are. That is the process of DTF. And that's that. That is how I make my DTF shirts. So here is the newest one. Hashtag CMA Life for all my certified medical assistants out there. And I think it's adorable. It's now cooled down, and I mean, you can look real close if it'll focus. And I mean, that's what it looks like up close. And so there is some texture to it, but it feels nice. And I have washed and dried mine. Granted, I wash all my clothes in cold water. But I do put it in the dryer. So they have all held up really well in the dryer. They still look really nice after several wears. I actually wear my shirts I made to the gym. So they get washed every time because, you know, at the gym, you're sweating. I'm not going to re-wear a shirt that I got real sweaty in. So they've been washed several times and they've all held up really nicely. So yeah, this is the shirt. I like it. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and follow along with me. I plan on doing small business stuff, crafty stuff, maybe some lifestyle stuff, even, I don't know. Just going to use this channel as a creative outlet and see where it takes us. But if you're interested in any of the shirts I showed you, I will have all my socials, my website, my Etsy, all linked down in the description box below. If you're interested in purchasing your own DTF printer, I will also have a link to that in the comments below. I'll link the HV Raw heat press I have in the comments or in the description box below. I will try and list everything that I've used in this video down in the comment section below. But let me know if you like this kind of content. Let me know what other kind of stuff you would like to see me do. If you have any design ideas, let me know that as well. Hit the like button, subscribe. It really doesn't cost anything to support a small creator, small business owner. You just like and subscribe, follow the pages, and that helps us out immensely. So anyone who likes this video, shares it, follows me from it, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.